Because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
Oh my God. I saw this news the other day, and I wanted to make sure that it just wasn't some random Twitter account or just random in general, just from a third party. But guys, it looks like that we are going to get somewhat of a remake of the Friday the 13th game. Okay, it says sharpen the machete, a new Friday the 13th game is coming. Now this news came from Harry Manfredini, which he did all the Friday the 13th music for all of the films. I think most of the films. Okay, this is from Fangoria. It was on Bloody Disgusting. It was on a lot of different outlets. And I'm just trying to figure out, why was this leaked as of right now? So I want to kind of get into this article and kind of read on it a little bit and kind of go through it just a little tiny bit. But yeah, I mean, we're getting Texas Chainsaw really soon. We're getting, the Killer Clowns video game. And I have to say, for these horror IPs, I mean, we are so lucky to be living in the world today where they're making these games right now. So it says it's been awfully long since we've had so much of anything to enjoy when it comes to Friday the 13th, in a small part due to legal battles between original director Sean Cunningham, screenwriter Victor Miller. However, the dust is settling, and Jason Voorhees is returning to us various forms of media over the coming years. Case in point, it has been revealed that the machete-wielding slasher is getting a new video game. Now, obviously, they couldn't, the Friday the 13th game came out in 2017. It was like 2018, 2019, they couldn't move forward with DLC and other content because of obviously the dispute between Sean Cunningham, Victor Miller, and the whole court battle that's really been going on for over 10 years. Now the dust has kind of settled with that. We're getting the Camp Crystal Lake series next year. And, the only thing that's really holding a lot of things up right now for Friday the 13th is obviously the theatrical rights. It's outside the United States. That hasn't happened yet, hence why we're getting a show on Peacock than a movie right now, which kind of disappoints me a little bit, but I don't care. We're getting Jason Voorhees back, but the dispute within the United States is done. So that's why we're getting this show. We're getting a lot of stuff happening right now. And yeah, very happy about that. So unfortunately, details are slim for now, but the information comes directly from longtime franchise composer Harry Manfredini, who has composed the music for nearly every movie in the series in 1980 original. Speaking rely on horror, Manfredini revealed that a new Friday the 13th video game is in the works. No word on the studio developing the game, what platforms will be available on, nor when we can expect to play. He teased that it will feature more realistic looking characters compared to 2017's Friday the 13th, the game, which was developed by IllFonic and published by Gun Media. The report indicates neither the studio nor the publisher of that game will be involved. And that's a big one, guys. If Gun Media is not going to have their hands on Friday the 13th of this game, it kind of makes me worried a little bit. Is this going to be a single player game? Is this going to be a multiplayer game? I wouldn't see that you're going to make a horror IP as high as this and not make it, a multiplayer game specifically, just because they could do a lot of different things with it. With Gun Media taking care of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're from the detail going to the sites where the house used to be, just taking those little shots and getting every detail correct, every bit of dirt, every pebble, every rock, every dimension of the house. They have taken care of Texas Chainsaw Massacre like it was their own child, and I have to respect them so much. I had so much fun during the technical test, and they've really put a lot of care, and it makes me very emotional because these guys deserve all the praise for it, bringing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre original back to life, not just giving it to somebody else and kind of twisting it and turning around to their own video game, which they're not bringing that horror feel, that original feel to. Really, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre started it all for a lot of horror films, because the movie wasn't entirely gory at all, but it just creeped you out to like craziness. So I I have to give Gun Media a lot of respect. Now, if they're not getting this game and it's going to be by another, company, you better hope they do a fantastic job with it, or bring on people that are diehard Friday the 13th fans that are going to get this thing done. And, Friday the 13th released in 2017. It wasn't the perfect game, but even today, there's issues on PC. Obviously, getting into lobbies, there's a lot of modded lobbies, and even the servers are not great because they've kind of let go of the whole project already. They weren't putting any more DLC out, and obviously that people literally missed out on Savini Jason because the marketing wasn't really good for the game either, because a lot of people missed out on the new Savini Jason that everybody wanted, and there's only very few people that really have it. I don't even have it, you know what I mean? So I think that's really important, giving it to another company that's going to take this over. I'm hoping it's going to be a multiplayer game, but I guess we'll find out. So the reporting gates that neither the new studio or publisher that game will be involved as in this new undertaking. Whatever the specifics, this is a pretty major development. Jason was tied up in legal red tape for years, preventing anything happening with the franchise. Friday the 13th, the game had to stop adding new content in 2018 due to those perky legal issues. That's all changing though. So yeah, they had to stop the game. Like I said, they had to stop the game. They couldn't put out DLC. They couldn't do much of anything. So the game was complete. People still play it. I mean, it's still a busy game. Like, I always get into rooms on there on console mostly, not really PC as much, and sometimes the servers are down sometimes, so you have to keep trying, but to put a new game out, and that's really good. But new characters, and obviously the game is going to look a lot better, because even those graphics weren't really fantastic, but you really didn't care because the game played so well. Especially playing that game by yourself isn't the best, but when you get a whole group of guys, and let me tell you, I've filled rooms just hunting, as survivors, just hunting Jason the whole entire time. And I mean, it's so much fun playing with friends nor by yourself. It's still a really great game to play. So it says, not only do we have the mystery game coming our way, but we've also got Peacock's prequel series, Crystal Lake. Obviously, we've heard about that. As for when we might learn about this game, is it worth noting that Summer Game Fest runs from June 7th through June 12th, and various developers and publishers showcasing their games coming down the pipeline. So we could, strong emphasis on could, learn more in the coming days if we're lucky. This new Friday the 13th video game does not have a release date, but stay tuned as we'll bring you more details as they're made available. So yeah, Game Fest, Summer Game Fest from June 7th to June 12th. Hopefully it would be awesome if we just got an announcement with some, images or something. That would be pretty cool. Or, how far in this project are we right now? I mean, this is pretty big news. I mean, why would Manfredini come out with this news? Like, if it's supposed to be secret, or maybe he was told to do it, to kind of have fans speculate on oh my god, there's another Friday the 13th game coming out. That's awesome. But like I said, this game is not going to be run by Gun Media at all. It's going to be in the hands of somebody else, and hopefully they put out a really good product. I would have rather had Gun Media pick it up. They're going to be really busy with Texas Chainsaw when it comes out, and then obviously DLC and all that stuff like that. But it's just a shame after 2017 and how excited everybody was, because we haven't got a movie since 2009. It's been over a decade with the Sean Cunningham legal battles, and now that all this is over, I wish they could just go back to the game and maybe just remake it, and maybe just take it off the shelf, remake it, and kind of just maybe you can kind of repurchase it or something in a matter of something like that. I don't know, but this is exciting, guys. I mean, this is obviously Jason Voorhees is one of my probably my top favorite slasher of all time, and obviously I love the films, love the movies that came out, and the game really kept everything alive, and to get something new and fresh, it sounds really good. But like I said, when it's not made by Gun Media, it makes me a little nervous, but I am pretty excited for it. So let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the new Friday the 13th game? Will we get some news between June 7th at Summer Game Fest? We'll see, but only time will tell in the future. So you guys definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely leave a like if you can, and I'm gonna make sure I cover all of this, as well as Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the rest of the games that are coming out, Killer Clowns, whenever The releases for that says early spring, but I mean early 23, but haven't heard anything yet. And let me know, are you ready for another Friday the 13th game? Do you trust this game being in another hands of another company other than Gun Media? This should be very interesting, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.